Hello and welcome. This is Master. In this episode, let's talk about kicking stance. In any sports, there is a right posture for specific action that you like to perform. Also in Taekwondo sparring, there's a right kicking stance. Depends on what kind of a kick that you like to perform and where and how to move yourself around. First of all, let's talk about the width of your kicking stance. Recommended width of your kicking stance is 1 1/3 of your shoulder width apart. This one is compared to back stance. Back stance, shoulder width apart plus size of your foot. Back stance. You can increase another size of your foot compared to front stance, or one size of your foot less, which is compared to walking stance, 앞서기 stance in form. From here, a little bit longer than from your regular kicking stance, you may expect a powerful and strong kick, but it's a little slow to move yourself around. If you decrease a little bit from standard way of your kicking stance, you may be able to move yourself around much faster, but we cannot deliver strong and powerful kick. Depends on the situation. Let's say you are a little bit far away from your partner kicking distance. You may stay a little less than regular kicking stance. However, if you are inside of your partner kicking distance, then looking for counter, then you should open your leg a little bit wider. Normally, if you are staying a little bit longer than your opponent kicking distance, you can just stay, just like I mentioned earlier, 1 1/3 of a shoulder width apart as recommended. Like that. Second of all, let's talk about the distribution of your weight in kicking stance. Normally, you distribute 50-50 front foot and back foot, and center of the gravity right here, middle of your body. However, during play, you are able to move yourself, shift your weight front and back foot, about 70-30%, depends on which leg you are going to use to kick. For example, if you are going to use a front foot, for counter, you can distribute about 70% in your back foot, about 30% in your front foot. And if you are going to use a rear foot for offensively, then you can put about 70% of your weight in your front foot and about 30% in your rear foot. However, you must stay, like I mentioned earlier, in 50-50. And depends on the situation, you will quickly shift your weight in front or back. All right, lastly, let's talk about angle of your foot. What I mean is here from attention stand, turn your body about 45 degrees to the side and bring your rear foot back about 1 1/3 of a shoulder width apart to create your regular standard way of kicking stance. If your toes pointing a little more than 45 degrees to outside, it's more like a defensive because this is much more convenient through any reverse kick, such as a back kick or reverse hook kick. However, if you turn your toes a little less and turn your upper body towards your opponent, this is more like offensive style. This is much convenience through a direct kick, such as roundhouse kick or X kick. However, during play, you must stay. I recommend you to stay in about 45 degrees between offensive and defensive. And you should not telegraph what you are going to do, your intention, by just staying defensive is so obvious, or forward, just like that. From here, quickly just change the angle a little more or less to create the kick that you like to perform. All right, I will see you in the next episode.